going on, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Right now I'm gonna stretch. We're gonna have some fun after the OnlyFans exclusive version. Oh fuck, my bad, wrong platform. But seriously, go check out my OnlyFans, the best solo adult content out there. Well, I don't know, you be the judge. You go check it out. I post my solo porn on OnlyFans. The link is gonna be in the description. Go check out my Instagram, and then the link will be there for my OnlyFans. But yeah, that's it. Let's stretch. I'm very stiff today from all the training I've been doing lately. My body's stiff, and what I'll focus on today is opening up, have a good posture, because we don't want to. The worst thing I want right now is be like this. We want to open up, have a good posture, so that we can go into strong positions for back squats, for deadlifts, for any kind of movement, and not injure ourselves and have good posture. Because I see a lot of people, even younger people than me, they have terrible posture. So right now, today, we're gonna open up everything. It's gonna be a full body. Very first thing we'll do right now is actually opening up our chest and stretch our hands, fingers, because believe it or not, my hands do get very fucking sore, chest gets sore. So what I'll do, it's so simple. I do this shit all the time. I just do like this, stretch out my arms as far as possible. I'm trying to reach every side as far as possible, and then I open up my fingers, I stretch them as far as I can, and then reach really far each and every side, and then put your arms back, be nice and tall, and then just open up. Feel your chest opening up, feel your fingers stretching, feel your hands stretching, feel everything opening up. And then I just like to put a little bend right here, just like this, and just let everything open up, and that feels fucking amazing. And then we can have a good, better posture. It's simple but so effective for me. I fucking love this stretch right here. Simple, effective one. And then just do some shoulder rolls like this. Everything I'm doing right now is all go with the flow kind of, because I'm going by feeling, by what feels restricted and tight right now. That's all there is to it. It's super simple, yet very effective. Shoulder rolls, there's a reason why they make you do this in high school. It's basic, but very effective. Keep the mobility nice, and everything should move nicely, you know? Especially if you're young, you shouldn't have bad posture. Even if you're older, you should have good posture. It doesn't matter what age you are, you should always have decent posture to be in a strong, powerful position, to do a squat, to do a bench press, to do a deadlift, to do a row. You should always have decent posture. So then what we'll do, we'll stretch our back. My back feels really, really stiff. So what I like to do is the cat stretch, super simple. I like to put my hands under my shoulders, and then I just like to think of sucking in my stomach as much as possible. And let that upper back stretch, and then go into a strong position. This is a really weak, but it stretches my back. Weak position, but it stretches it. So then we go into a strong position, neutral spine, and do it again. I like to hold this for maybe 5 seconds, nothing too crazy. Another variation I like to do is just go into a Indian, and then I like to let my back hunch over in this position. Let's stretch my traps right here, and then go back into a strong position. Let it stretch, strong position. Stretch, strong position. Feels really nice in my traps. And then I like to do for my neck and my traps as well, I just like to let my head tilt forward like this, and then in the back of my neck right here feels really, really good. Just hold that. It's so simple but effective. And then you can go on the sides too, like this. Go on the side like this. Find these tight spots in your traps and just hold that. And then go back a little bit like this, and then feel it right here. Hold that. And then I'm feeling it right here when I go like this. Just hold it. No need to rush. hold it. You can really like go in all kinds of different angles and find different tight spots. Right here, my traps pretty tight. I'm gonna hold that. I feel a nice stretch everywhere right here. That feels fucking amazing. Just like that. Because let me tell you, if you have very tight traps, it will promote forward posture like this, and it will look like you have bad posture. So very important to have your traps not tight. And then we'll work a little bit on the ankles right now. Simple stuff I like to do is just put my feet under my hips and then let the feet come off the floor, okay? Let your heels come off the floor right here, but put the pressure all here in the ankle joint when you're squatting down like this. And then I like to put forward pressure on one side, putting my body weight on this side, so I can put all the pressure, the tension right here on my ankle like this. And then I don't really hold it, I just do it like this, back and forth like this. Put the pressure on the ankle, that's the main point of this. Then do it like this, just like that. And that feels amazing on the ankles right now. I can really feel all the tension on the ankle joint, and that keeps your ankles nice and loose for the squats. I like to go back and forth. Like I said, I just go by feeling most of the time. I don't really have like a specific sets or reps or time. Usually I just go by feeling. If I want to stretch for a long time though, I will, especially for the hamstrings. My hamstrings, what I like to do is simple stuff, you know. I like to put one foot in front of the other, bend the knees slightly like this, and then hinge over. And then that puts all the tension on this leg in front here. And that's super simple, super effective. You can put your heel up if you want. You can reach for your toes. I do put a slight bend in my knee. You don't need to keep your foot super straight, your knee locked out. I like to put a little bend, hinge over, try to keep that spine neutral, and reach for the toes. And that feels a really nice stretch in the back of my hamstring. Simple stuff. I hold it for maybe 10 to 20 seconds max, sometimes 30. It really depends on how I feel, honestly, and how much restriction I feel I have. Same thing. I'm going to put my foot in front of the other, lift my heel up, side bend the knee, reach for the toes. Feel the stretch in the back of your hands. Super simple stuff, super effective. And then we'll keep our legs completely straight, knees locked out, and then we'll hinge over while keeping our lower back neutral and reach for as far as we can our toes. So knees completely straight, reach for the toes, hinge over from the hips, push your ass and your hips as far back as possible, feel the stretch in your hands, and then reach for the toes. What I like to do as well when I'm in this position, I like to fully contract my quads and my hamstring, really squeeze the shit out of them. And then that really helps, I don't know why, but it helps me after to get a deeper position. And then after, if you feel like you can reach your toes easily, I like to put my hands under my feet like this for a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then I like to squeeze and contract everything. Squeeze my hamstrings, squeeze my quads. That hurts a little bit, but it's like a stretch kind of hurt. It's not too bad. It shouldn't hurt that much, just a little bit. Oh, somebody's coming. But we'll just take a little break. Let that person pass. No, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just filming some YouTube video. I'm gonna cut the part out, don't worry. Right. Just doing some stretches.
Stretches are good.
Yeah, gonna keep the mobility. Alright, so now we'll stretch our hips a little bit. Simple stuff for our hips that I like to do. I'm gonna put one foot up and then put this foot on the knee like this. And then I'm gonna take my elbow, push on my leg right here to open up the hip right here on the side of the hip. You should feel a nice stretch. And push and hold that for maybe like, I don't know, 10 to 20 seconds, like I said. Just open up the hips, you know, just feel good. It's kind of a pigeon pose variation. My balance is fucking shit right now. Yeah, it's kind of like a pigeon pose variation. But yeah, it can help with your stability. Like me right now, I need it. I gotta admit though, the flooring is not super flat, but it's all good. We practice the balance. Oh, and my right foot is even worse. So yeah, just push on with your elbow on the side right here. Hold that. Feeling a really, really nice stretch right now on the side of my hip. Open it up. Oh, feels good. Then you can always do like some hip openers like this. Simple stuff. Open up the hips, man. It's super important. Why not? You want to have some better squats, better positions for your sumo or conventional deadlifts. Open up your hips. Don't be a meathead. Be a flexible meathead. You know? Super simple stuff. And then we'll open up the hip flexors, get that hip flexion for our squats, to get deeper squats and not have pain in the front here. If you have pain in the front when you're squatting or deadlifting right here, probably have some tight hip flexors, so we'll work on that right now. Simple stuff. It might hurt. It's a good hurt though. Just go as far back as your limit range of motion allows you to. If you feel like it hurts too much, back off. But what I like to do, just go all the way back like this. And chill. Let the quads stretch, let the hip flexors stretch. Just chill here for about 20 to 30 seconds. I try to let my back go on the floor. Just relax. Just chill. Just let the quads open up. Feels good. Really feel my ankles opening up right now as well. There was a lot of pressure on the ankles, but it's a good feeling though. So now, what I like to do, we'll open up our chest and our back at the same time. Super simple stuff. Put your feet under your hips, bend your knees, hinge over. You want to hinge over as much as possible, preferably so your torso is completely horizontal. And then put one hand on the leg, this hand straight. And then the goal here is not to use our hips, but only our upper body. So don't shift your hips and just go reach for the sky. Okay, so we're gonna go back and then reach for the sky. Try to have that hand as high up as possible, as straight up in the air as possible, without engaging your lower body, your hips, without shifting your hips. I'm gonna go for 8 reps like this, each side. And then this shit opens up everything. You're gonna feel all kinds of things opening up. My shoulders right now are feeling tight. They're feeling like they're opening up and getting better. Because man, I'm stiff and I need this shit right now. Super simple stuff. Let's do one more rep. That shit really opens up your chest, your shoulders, even your back. Same thing, just this way. Sometimes the hard part is not to shift our hips. Oh, that really opens up, like, and when I'm right here, oh, everything here opens up. The back of my shoulder feels like it's stretching. Oh, my lats. This is a really fucking good stretch. Underrated, super underrated. You can do that, different variations too. You can do it on the floor, like this. There's a reason why it's a popular yoga move. it works, you know. Now we'll practice our squats. So different variations you can do. Right now my hips are feeling still tight, so we'll open up our hips before going into this position. Let's do the yoga. Let's do the pigeon pose. Personally, I like to go as my shin blade as much as possible horizontally, and then try to have a super upright posture. Stand tall and just hold this shit. Gotta keep that mobility. We want to keep being an athlete. We want to keep working out for years until our last breaths. Mobilize yourself. Keep your flexibility and mobility high. It'll keep your body healthy, and it'll make everything move easier after. Stand tall, chest upright if you can. Feel the side of your hip opening right here, and just hold that for about 20 seconds. Simple stuff. And now our hips should be a little bit more open. Our ankles should feel decent. Let's go into a deep squat position. The goal is keep our feet flat for this, okay? That's the main goal. Keep our feet flat and our chest as upright as possible, and let's go into a deep squat. So don't be afraid. Go wide. Bodyweight squats without shoes, weightlifting shoes are super hard for me because my mobility is not that great. So I like to go wide. That helps me go into a deep squat position a little bit easier, and then we'll just hold this. Try to keep our chest as upright as possible. Man, ankles are feeling tight. Alright, I think I find a good spot. So I like to just try to let my hips sink in right now. So let the hips sink in. Even though your lower back rounds, it doesn't matter. Just let your hips open up. Let your body get used to this deep squat position and hold it. Don't do any reps, just hold this position. Feel your hips opening up. Right now my hips are opening the fuck up. Alright, that's good. Simple stuff, you know, like I said, I go by feeling, by what's tight. So right now we'll stretch our forearms, the inside part of our forearms right here, so we can have a good front rack position. Let's say I want to do some overhead presses. I like to start with a front rack position, but for that we need some decent forearm flexibility. So what I like to do, go on the floor, and then you want to put your hands like this, and you want to put as much rotation as possible, and then feel the stretch right here. If you have really tight forearms, it will hurt, so back off. Don't maybe just go like this at first and then try to rotate your hands slowly but surely over time, practicing this more and more. And the more you can hold this, the less it'll hurt after a while, because it'll just stretch out. It'll be more flexible and mobile. And then you can even like maybe do some push-ups. You think I can do a push-up like this? I'm curious. Oh yeah. See, I feel a stretch, but it's not that bad. Like I said, if it hurts too much for your stretching, back off and don't stretch it as much. But it should like feel uncomfortable though. You should feel like super comfortable. For me, my forearms tend to get very, very tight from all the grip work I do, from deadlifting, rows, everything. My forearms get super fucking pumped sometimes, and they get tight. The muscles get tight. So what I like to do is actually just massage the forearm. So I just take my thumb and I really try to go deep and hold that. You know, anywhere it feels very tight and restricted, and I just go and push, put some pressure, and just hold that, and then release, put some pressure where it feels tight on the forearm, hold it, and then that'll massage the tissues and then the muscles won't feel as tight and restricted, because the tighter your muscles are, the more restricted you are and the more prone to injury you can be. So very important, keep it nice and flexible, mobile, stretch as much as you need to. Personally, I like to do a dynamic warm-up before a workout. I don't really hold the stretches that long. I just do them for the movements I'm gonna do specifically, and then at the end of my workout sometimes I hold it for a little bit longer most of the time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, comment down below, and hopefully you can get some stretch and flexibility gains. Thank you for watching.